Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, and this is my second video in the 75 soft video series for 2025, and I have my 75 soft notes open, and it's day 29/33. The slash is because my official start date was Monday, March 31st, but I was so excited to do this challenge that I started earlier that Thursday, so I'm just counting both, and I do plan on going the full 75 days effective March 31st. So there's just going to be a couple extra bonus days in there because I was just so excited to try this challenge. So we're technically in the middle of week 4, beginning of week 4, depending on which day you're gonna go with. And it's been a while since I filmed my first video. That first video was covering all of the rules of my challenge that are specific to me, as well as like some clips from the first 2 weeks. So that video was more of like a talking head B-roll, and this video is gonna be more vlog style. So this morning I already got 20 minutes of intentional movement in. I did yoga and that felt really great, and I had my breakfast, but because I had to be on an early meeting and cook my breakfast at the same time, I forgot to take like a video clip of it. But if you're not new here, you know that I have the same thing for breakfast pretty much every single day. It's eggs, sometimes chicken sausage, most of the time chicken sausage, sourdough, jam, coffee. That's like the main thing. So that's what I had this morning. Today is a work day. I have to work Monday through Thursday this week, but over the weekend, Kevin and I are going on a trip. We rented a cabin and we're gonna take like a weekend vacation because now that I have a job again, I can finally afford to take a little vacation and take some rest and time to just explore and do something fun. And so I thought it might be cool to film this week to show you how you can make this fit into your lifestyle regardless of whatever you have going on. If you have a trip going on, if you have events going on, like this is still doable as long as you make sure that you're following those rules and make it attainable for you. So that is what's coming up in this video. That's what's going on for this week. So I'm gonna get back to work, but I will chat with you later. I just came from outside and it is so nice out today. This is definitely one of those days where it's way too nice to be working, and honestly, I would much rather be outside hiking or fishing. Like this is the perfect hiking, fishing, outdoors weather for me, and I'm stuck in meetings pretty much the rest of the workday. So after work, I'm definitely going to go for a walk with Kevin. We've already planned that out to try to get more of that outdoor exposure, and I am really looking forward to it. But it is lunchtime now, and I really don't have anything made in the fridge. I have to cook tonight, so I'm going to go through here and see what I can whip up. I might put some organic chicken nuggets in the oven because I think that's the only protein that I have. So I'm going to see what I have to make for lunch. I'm taking a break at work and I'm going to wash some of my produce that I'm going to be using tonight to make dinner. So I got some of these lovely French radishes, so I'm going to wash those, and whatever else I need. I'm making like a steak bowl, but I'm using deer meat, so venison instead of regular beef. And there's going to be a few other things in it, so I usually like to try to wash my veggies before work ends, so that way like after work I can just kind of get right into the cooking part. Although I'm probably going to go for a walk first. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get dinner ready, and I am definitely feeling really tired today. Today was a lot of meetings, and some days when I have those hour-long back-to-back meetings, I can feel really tired because I'm sitting for a longer time. I'm not able to get up and take my breaks as frequently, and there's just some days that meetings are draining, and today's one of those days. So although this entire time that I've been doing this program, I've had a lot of energy in the afternoon, and I haven't had that afternoon coffee slump like thing where I needed to drink more coffee. I'm definitely feeling that today, but I have no cold brew made. I don't have espresso beans. I don't have milk. Like, I have no option for coffee right now, which really stinks. So I can't give myself a pick-me-up. So we're just gonna plow through it. I'm trying to drink water and hoping that that gives me a little bit of boost as well. And I got up and decided to move around a little bit to see if that would help. So hopefully I can find a way to get rid of this afternoon slump. But yeah, just wanted to check in. Okay, so I just did a 17-minute Pilates booty workout, and I would love to go outside because it looks, you can tell from like the light that it looks really nice out, but my phone's almost dead, and I don't like going for walks outside without like a phone in case an emergency happens. So I'm going to just do a quick Grow with Joe workout, and then maybe later today I will go for a walk. Kevin has plans tonight, so him and I are not going to be able to walk together again, but I think after work I'll go for a quick walk. It's still nice out. Cheers! Okay, so I finished the Grow with Joe workout. That was like 9 minutes and 38 seconds. So for total today, I have 26 minutes of exercise, which is well over double my 10-minute minimum, which is awesome. Other than days that I'm like really busy, like on the weekend, we were really busy. We went gardening, we planted in the garden, we went to the store, we went out to eat. So like if those days are busy, then I usually do only 10 minutes of movement. And it's usually just like yoga or stretching or something easy like that. But in the mornings before work, when I have time, I have definitely been doing a lot longer than 10 minutes. And I think right now I'm still averaging like 18 minutes, but the last couple days I've done a lot longer. Yesterday was almost 45 minutes because I went for a walk in the afternoon. Sunday I did light gardening for an hour, and then I also did like a regular 10 minutes bedtime yoga, and then I was walking a lot that day, so there was a lot of movement that day. And today I'm hoping to go for another walk as well, so that'll add to it. But yeah, definitely not forcing myself to work out for like 30 minutes every day, 45 minutes every day is just letting me work out more than I had anticipated, and just letting me break my workouts into different parts of my day, and it's easier for me to get my exercise in. And I've tried to increase my NEAT, which is like cleaning, tidying, laundry, like your daily stuff that still requires lifting and movement and muscle building, things like that. So yeah, it's going really well, but I'm gonna get a shower because I have to work today. Today is Tuesday. We're gonna have breakfast. I cooked last night, so I have some leftovers. I'm going to cook again tonight, so I will check in with you later. Hey y'all, it is lunchtime. I just got back from outside. My cheeks are a little red. It's quite warm out. I have almost finished my bottle of water, and I filled this up last night before I went to bed, and I probably only have 1 cup left, so definitely heavy on the water today because it's warm. And I'm gonna get lunch. I'm not sure what I am going to eat yet, so I'm gonna raid the fridge, find something to eat, and then get moving with my day. So far today, I have done my exercise. I've went outside. I am almost close to hitting my water goals. I did work on a YouTube video before work this morning a little bit, so I got my creativity in, but I'll probably do more. Sometimes I end up doing creativity and mindfulness together because I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like doing it, and I've been getting in the habit of meditating at night, although I forgot to film that last night. I was so tired and just like ready to go to bed, and I had like family things going on that was like consuming my brain, so I really just needed to like get into bed and unwind, and I just didn't grab my camera. So far today everything is going well. I am on my way to completing another successful day, so let's get something to eat. Hey everybody, so it is day 32/36, and I just wanted to do a check-in because yesterday was an in-office day. So typically in the office days, I go in early to get there in time with the commute, and then I come home and do like a standing yoga. But I really didn't film yesterday because my grandmother passed away yesterday morning, my mom's mom. If you are new to the channel, then you may not have seen my other videos, but my grandfather passed away in February. So my nin followed him in less than 3 months. She was on hospice. She has dementia, leukemia, like a lot of issues, but she ended up falling and having like a hip fracture, and they weren't able to operate, and so it just was too much for her. So I mean, we knew things were like she was coming to the end, but it was much sooner and faster than we expected. I just wasn't in the mood to talk yesterday, and I am still kind of like in shock that it happened. I haven't really been able to like fully cry or just feel the emotions that you typically feel when someone passes away, because I don't know, it's grief is different every time. But I wanted to say that even though that happened yesterday, I still did my movement and I still did my mindfulness. So I came home and I kind of just like sat around for 2 hours and did nothing. Later in the evening, I did standing yoga. It's a yoga with Adriene video. I did that, and then I did a 5-minute meditation before I went to bed. And this morning, I kind of showed a little clip. I started doing yoga, but then my mom called me, and I wanted to talk to her, obviously, because of the situation. So I will have to do my movement later. And my eating wasn't that great yesterday. I ended up getting a salad at work because I didn't pack my lunch. We got a really nasty storm Tuesday night. It was really bad. If you've seen the news, Pennsylvania kind of got like just smashed with this nasty storm. There's a lot of damage. There's a lot of power outages, and I didn't get a chance to cook. And then I knew that my grandmother wasn't doing well, and I was just trying to like go through the movements of life anyway. And so I had a salad. I'll put it up on the screen. It wasn't that great for you. There was like lots of cheese and fries, but that's very comforting. And then I had some Oreos with milk because that's kind of like a comfort food for me when I'm sad. And I did have some chicken and peppers and onions, but I didn't eat a lot. I wasn't really feeling hungry. And then this morning I had my regular breakfast, which I forgot to film that just because of all the things going on. We're still planning on going on our trip this weekend because it was non-refundable, and there's still a lot of stuff for my mom to do to set up the services and stuff. So later next week I'm going to be going in, and I know it seems crazy that I'm like sitting here talking and filming this during this situation, but as much as I'm upset, I want to just share that I still think that even in times like this, when you're grieving or you lose somebody or you're just sad or something like is going wrong in your life, I still think it's really, really important to take time for mindfulness, take time for movement, make sure you're eating well. Even if you're not eating that much because you're sad or something, you still need to be putting food in your body. You still need to be hydrating. And so initially, this video started out with me showing you how I can keep to this challenge and my rules while on vacation, but now it's kind of that plus while I'm grieving. And next week, when I go back to my family and visit them, I'm probably going to be gone for a few days. And I probably will just pause the challenge there and not focus on it because I'm going to be out of my routine. I'm not sure how much time I'm going to have. Eating is going to be like what I'm eating isn't going to be completely in my control. So I'm still going to try to do my movement, and I'm still going to try to do my mindfulness, but I don't know. Like I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm going to try to do it. I'm not going to film, obviously. But I just wanted to like share that update and explain what's going on and how I'm still trying to like work through it and how everything's going to be paused. So it is the beginning of May, the first day of May when I'm filming this. And because I'm very behind in videos, and now I'm going to be even more behind because I am going to be taking some time off to just go see my family. I'm going on vacation and then getting back into the routine. It might be a month before you see this video. So I just wanted to share that, keep you updated, explain what was going on. But I am going to try to finish out the week with following my rules and exercising, and exercise later, get my movement in. And yeah, so that's the update, and I will check in with you later.
Lifting the foot toward the sky. Feel the stretch in the left side legs until you feel the stretch in your
The last full day, 75 sophomore version of this challenge was 5/1. So it's been 26 days since I've actually done this challenge. I did start day 33/37 and I did exercise that day, but that was like the day we went on our trip, and everything else like didn't happen. I know I said, I think a little bit ago in this video at some point, it's been 26 days since I vlogged, so I don't remember everything, that I was gonna try to keep going through my vacation and then see how it went when I went back home because of my grandmother passing. But the vacation did not go that well. I was in a weird mood. There was like a lot of things going on. I really wasn't relaxed. I went home for a week, then work got crazy the week I came back, and I was very much in like survive and not thriving mode again, which is something that I mentioned back in February after my grandfather passed away. And I had a lot of different emotions going on, feeling a lot of different things, a lot of things going on in my life, a lot of things going on at work, and I just didn't pick up the camera to film. I really just was not in the mood to do a challenge or like push myself, or I wasn't feeling motivated. And even today, I'm still really struggling. I only did 10 minutes of yoga and I'm struggling to get my water in some days. Today, like I just feel annoyed and irritated. I'm not in a great mood. Everything feels like really hard today. So I didn't pack lunch. I didn't have time. Sometimes I usually try to pack lunch to go into the office. Tomorrow's an office day. Didn't do it because I just didn't care to do it. I had other things I wanted to do, and I'm just gonna get a slice of pizza at work tomorrow. It's not always perfect because sometimes you're just in a bad mood, and yes, there's things that you can do to get out of that funk or out of that bad mood, but sometimes there isn't. Sometimes it's better just to survive and do the easy stuff and let things go and not focus on perfection and doing every single thing, and you are in a better mindset. And that's kind of how I feel today, because I did go outside, I exercised, I tried doing different things. I tried like watching Gossip Girl, which is like a comfort show. I tried doing things that normally make me happy, and nothing's like working, and I just feel kind of weird. And I still think that some of that is from some of the stuff that has been going on in my personal life with my grandmother and some other stressors that I have been having lately. And this past weekend was really busy and I got a lot done. So I think I'm just like tired. So that's what's going on. I definitely took off way longer than I anticipated for this challenge, but I am not restarting it. I'm just going to start back where I was and do my best. I'm technically halfway through, almost like 33, 37, because I started early, got those extra 4 days. If you didn't watch the first video, I talked about that in the first one, that I ended up starting early because I was so motivated and excited. So I'm hoping that if I take little baby steps to like kind of get back into this, that I can get that motivation back and I can get back into it after everything that has happened and transpired in the past couple months with my life.
You're gonna send your hips back, look forward. You don't have to go into the fingertips, and inhale in through the sky. Exhale. Inhale back to the starting position. Keep breathing. Exhale, release.
Hello, it is lunchtime. I forgot to record my breakfast this morning, but it was pretty typical: 2 eggs, egg whites, 2 links of organic chicken sausage, a piece of toast with strawberry jam, a little bit of grass-fed butter, and some of these ground flax seeds on top. And yesterday I only filmed my movement because it was my in-office day. Wednesdays I typically have breakfast at home and I'm not that hungry because I wake up early. So yesterday I just had a piece of toast with butter. That was it. I forgot to boil a hard-boiled egg for yesterday's breakfast. So when I went to work, I got my coffee, which was Starbucks. I get a grande vanilla sweet cream cold brew. That's what I get every Wednesday. And I got those roasted red pepper egg white bites. They had these soft Oreo cookies at work, so I had one of those. And then I had a Cajun chicken wrap from this restaurant that's in the bottom of our building, and it was horrible. And that's the second time I've had not good food from that restaurant, so I probably am not going to be going back, but I'm still getting back into the routine of like cooking from all the craziness. So I didn't have anything prepped to go into work yesterday, and then I had leftovers last night, which I can't even remember what they were. But I did my yoga, and then I did do my mindfulness, but I didn't do it until I was going to bed. So just in my mind as I was falling asleep, I was thinking about things that I was grateful for. I did all of that. I drank not a ton of regular, just straight water, but I had a big glass of pineapple coconut water when I came home. And when I make that, I put this Celtic sea salt in there to give me the electrolytes. And I did have an iced tea at work. And that coffee from Starbucks was pretty big in the morning. And I did drink more water after I came home. So I did hit like my 1 to 2 ounces of fluids goal yesterday. So everything was good. And I'm just waiting on my lunch to heat up right now. I'm having leftovers. I had a cucumber and an avocado that I already cut in half. So I just like diced that up and put a little bit of truffle olive oil and some salt and a tiny bit of everything but the bagel seasoning on there. And I think the food that I'm heating up is probably done. So let me get that. So I have half of a grilled chicken breast. And then I have a slice of the carrot green goddess tart that I made. So this is what lunch is looking like. I'm not super hungry right now, but I do have a meeting later. And so I wanted to get something in my system. I'm taking lunch a little bit early. I'm gonna go eat my lunch and I will check in with you later. Hey everybody, so it is Sunday and I just wanted to have a little chat about how the 75 soft challenge is going for me. I'm pulling up my notes right now. This has been a really rough week for me doing this challenge. It's the first week back after taking basically a month off because of my grandmother passing away. I definitely have been feeling very unmotivated, uninspired. Work has been really busy and I've been feeling kind of burnt out, and I thought that filming and trying to get back into this challenge would ignite my motivation and my ambition and just like make me feel better and feel more put together, more energized, and it really didn't. So I kind of have a weird feeling about the challenge this week because I originally went into this in the first video saying that I was doing this because I want to learn to love to move my body and that I want to fall in love with movement and exercise and find things that I love and make this about honoring my body and enjoying it and not a punishment. And this week, even though I was like forcing myself to do it to get out of the rut, it's kind of going against the whole reason why I'm doing that. So I feel very conflicted because I feel like I should be pushing myself to get myself out of the rut. And because I haven't been moving my body, we've been eating a lot of takeout this week. I've had so much pizza. I've had so much junk food because mentally I've just been so drained that I haven't been cooking. So I just feel conflicted. And part of me is like, yeah, but you need to do these things to get yourself out of this rut. But then part of me is like, no, that's not the whole point of this challenge. The point of the challenge is to enjoy it and love it and thrive. And I'm definitely still not thriving. I'm very much in survival mode, like just sleep, food, whatever the food is, whatever's the most convenient, getting my work done at work, trying to get the house relatively clean and have like clean clothes and not feel clustered and frustrated with my own house, and like that's it. So it's definitely very much back to a survival mode, which is something that I talked about after my grandfather passed away in a work life diaries video. So if you haven't seen that video after this one, you might want to check that out. I kind of talk about that there. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't ready to go back into this challenge. I actually skipped yesterday. I didn't do anything. I missed the mindfulness or creativity exercise a couple days. I definitely haven't been drinking enough water. It's just been really a challenge to get back into that routine of like writing all the stuff down in my journal and just remembering to do all this stuff. So I don't know. It definitely hasn't been a great week of this challenge. And I haven't watched the footage yet from the first week before my grandmother passed away when I was originally filming. But I am going to guess that my energy in that video is like that portion of the video is very different from the energy at the end of this video where I'm trying to come back and get caught up. And I'm curious to see if that's something that's going to be reflected in the footage and if you notice it as a viewer, because the energy is definitely different. I feel different. I feel like a different person from 26 days ago because I'm dealing with burnout, mental fatigue, just the grief of losing my grandmother and my grandfather this year, the new job. It's a lot. And I don't want to sit here and make excuses as to like why I'm not doing it, but like this is reality. This is real life. And sometimes things are just hard when you're feeling certain ways, you know, depression or sadness or grief. The littlest, tiniest things that seem so simple can be really hard. I am trying to honor this time and tell myself that it's okay and that I don't need to push myself. I need to let myself like feel how I feel, but also not let myself stay in this rut and, you know, not let myself like drown in these like negative thoughts and feelings, but there has to be like a middle ground. You know, there has to be some push to like pull yourself up out of that. Lots of thoughts, lots of feelings. And even though this week of 75 soft wasn't perfect, I think it's actually still good that I shared it, even though I really didn't film as much as I was before. Like I just kept forgetting to pick up my camera or I was in a rush. I think it's important to talk about that and to show that because a lot of times we see these challenges online and they look so perfect. I look like this now and I lost this and now I do this and now I do that. I think showing the struggle and showing how you get through the struggle and how you deal with it is way more important than the end result. And I think in social media, we just get caught up in the end result and success instead of looking at failures and looking at not doing so great and not having the greatest time and dealing with negative emotions. And we're humans. That's a part of our life. Everybody goes through these things and we shouldn't be shying away from them. We should be realizing that they happen, that they exist, acknowledge it, acknowledge the good with the bad, take them both with a grain of salt, and just like keep moving on. So I really wanted to chat with you about that, talk about that, and let you know that, I'm being very mindful about this and very thoughtful about it, and trying to give myself grace and be patient with myself to get back to like the kind of like type A, ambitious, motivated person that I typically am most of the time. If you are doing this challenge, or maybe you're not doing this challenge, you want to do this challenge, but you're afraid of failure, it's okay to fail. People fail. That's awesome. Failing is good. You learn from failing. And fail, pick yourself back up again and keep moving. If you're in a tough place, it's okay. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel grief. It's perfectly fine. It's normal. It means that you're human. It means that you are alive, and there is kind of like a weird poetic beauty to feeling those things. And it's perfectly okay. It's perfectly healthy. It's perfectly normal to not always be 100% and always be productive and hitting all these goals and accomplishing things in these challenges. So I just really wanted to share that. I think it's important to talk about that and to mention those things and to be real with all of you about it. So I am going to end rant and mental like health talk there. I am going to end the video here. I think I will probably be doing another video, like another vlog style video, probably in a week or two. And I'm hoping by that point that these first two videos will be up so I can get your feedback and maybe incorporate that in the upcoming video. So if there's anything else that you'd like to see in these 75 soft video series, or questions you have or anything like that, let me know so I can incorporate those into the upcoming video. And eventually we'll do like a final video where I'm talking about results, my feedback, my thoughts, kind of like a reflection. That will be the last video. It won't be a vlog style, so maybe one or two more vlogs, and that final video is coming up. But yeah, that's it. So let me know in the comments below any questions, concerns, feedback you have, what you want to see in the next video. Thank you all so much for watching. I know this video was a lot and was kind of like all over the place with what's going on in my life, but I appreciate it, and I look forward to connecting with you in the next video. Bye!